Hi, I'm Dr. Malasanti Santirasekapan, a medical officer, or better known as a doctor in a private hospital in Klang Valley. This is my 8th year working in a private sector, and my day-to-day job requires me to deal with health insurance, takaful, guarantee letter processing, etc. Therefore, I would like to share with you all today a topic that I have never passed before, which is about medical and health insurance or takaful. So, stay on with me. Now, do you all know what is the concept used for medical and health insurance or takaful? Well, they are based on a concept known as risk collection, whereby risk of all payers will be calculated and then distributed over a premium payment or takaful contribution. In other words, equal risk sharing among all policyholders or takaful contributors. I mean the policyholders, pay a small amount of premium or contribution under one group. Now, when one member is in need, medical money will be paid for that member's medical costs. When total amount of claims increases at a certain point of time, then the premium or contribution shall also be increased in line with the increase in total claims. Therefore, it is very important for all of us to be policyholders or contributors that are prudent and transparent. Only then the premium contribution can be optimized by the insurance or takaful companies. Apart from the amount of claims, among other factors that can cause the premiums or contribution to be adjusted is the inflation of medical costs. That's quite a bombastic word there, right? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it further to you. Advances in medical technology with increasingly sophisticated machine and equipment, as well as many imported medicine, also contribute to the increase of medical costs. For example, in the past, for a patient with heart attack, a doctor will order blood tests, ECG, medicines such as aspirin and Plavix and schedule for an angiogram perhaps the next day or a week later. But now what is being done is ECG, blood tests, medicines such as aspirin and Brilinta, not Plavix anymore, and angiogram almost immediately. Sometimes we will even order for a 3D CT scan of the heart to see whether an angiogram is necessary or not. All these advances and modern technology is the reason why medical cost is inflating. Technology and medicine are constantly being improved to ensure the best quality of care for patients. The same goes for a patient with stroke, for example. In the past, doctors will order a head CT scan, prescribe some tablets, which was the best modality of treatment for stroke back then. But in today's modern technology, for a suitable candidate with stroke symptom, now, if the patient is a suitable candidate, doctor might order an RTPA treatment, which is an injection to dilute the blood clot from stroke immediately, and patients may recover from the symptoms of stroke immediately too. Well, everything that I have just mentioned is costly, and yes, it will increase medical costs. Therefore, premium and contribution shall be adjusted too. Now you have known a lot about medical and health insurance or takaful, right? With a sustainable MHIT, we can get guaranteed health and medical coverage for the well-being of our family. It is enough to be able to commit to a premium contribution or payment. So, when making an insurance premium or takaful contribution payment, make sure the amount you're paying is correct and the payment is made according to the time. By the way, do you all know why medical and health insurance or takaful is very important? Because illness comes at any time. Sometimes it comes when we are happy, but often it comes when we are having a hard time. So when one already have an MHIT, it can alleviate your worries about the financial cost of medical treatment, and you can focus your energy on physically and mentally being strong to recover from the illness. With a matured MHIT, a person can get fast and accurate medical treatment, and if needed to be referred to different specialties, if it's necessary, it can also be done easily and immediately. So do you know what is left for you to worry? Just gather your vibes, spirit and energy to get well soon. A little reminder here, sometimes you can have issues when you are trying to claim for cashless admissions. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to share some tips with all of you all. But you want to know the tips? Comment, ambil tahu, barulah tahu. First tips, understand your policy or certificate appropriately. Understand your amount of coverage, extent of coverage, exclusion criteria, and all that matters about your insurance policy. Second tips, make sure you understand what is maturity period or waiting time. Well, please remember that there is a different waiting time for diseases like dengue fever or appendicitis versus diseases like cancer or diabetes. They all have different waiting time. Now, these are information that you would want to ask your insurance agent or takaful operators, and make sure you understand them very well. The last but not least tips number 3 is that if your treatment has been scheduled in advance, or better known as elective, make sure to communicate with your insurance agent or takaful operators to expedite the guarantee letter approval process. In addition, make sure the guarantee letter which is sent by the hospital is sent in complete set with appropriate signatures, supporting documents, dates, and etc. Gosh, I've been talking for a long time and you have gathered a lot of information by watching this video. Well, in a nutshell, MHIT gives you a privilege of paying a much lower premium compared to the amount that can be claimed, and no matter what, the amount of premium or contribution that one pay will usually be much lower than the amount that is needed for the treatment that one will need. Make sure you are a prudent consumer, you make claims transparently, and you go to a hospital that is a panel appointed by your insurance company or takaful operator. You got that right? Take care guys. Bye from Chilote, Dr. Mala.